When last we joined our adventurers, they had just defeated a series of bosses in order to gain hold of the Soul Lantern of Justice. Now, they have given this relic, or cursed item, depending on how you look at its abilities, to the most appropriately insane party member. Why would you do anything else, you would ask? Well, first of all, there's no good options among these individuals. And secondly, because of course they did. Why wouldn't they? So now as a DM, you have to manage your second and third order effects and the repercussions of their actions. So how do you do that with artifacts? How do you do that with cursed items? Well, one thing that you definitely need to look at before you give the party any item is look at the worst possible way that they could use it. And sometimes the party members will surprise you and use things in a very unforeseen and horrific way. And in those circumstances, it is your job as a DM to tell them no, you can't do that. But in this circumstance, the expectation is that the party would take this lantern and either destroy it or deliver it to someone for safekeeping. But as expected, what the party is going to do is they're going to not just keep it, but they're actually going to run around and actively use it to put curses on different villages and towns that they see fit. And that sounds about right. I mean, you are a party of 3 orcs and a crazy little tabaxi sorcerer, so why wouldn't they, become inherently evil? Well, before you put that cursed item in there, you might want to also put in other rules on how it can be used or how it is supposed to be used. For example, if there's a giant ritual that's going to cost about 200,000 gold every time that they want to use this item, to them it effectively makes it worthless, and it basically makes it a cash payday. But it also makes it a lot less exciting for the party outside of just getting more money to buy more magic items. On the offhand, that they actually do decide, we're going to spend that 200,000 gold and use this in the capital, you do need to have things in place to try to contain it, or an activation period that would allow other adventurers to come over and try to stop them. So as a DM, you have to be very careful about what you do and do not put into the game, why you're putting it in the game, and then to make sure that your party actually uses these things appropriately, particularly if there's a bunch of warnings on the book. Anyway, if you like this type of DM advice, please like and follow.